The third one is a situation where they waive your school fees for you. Meaning, you are not paying. They are not giving you the money and you are not paying for it. And they will still not give you your living expenses in your hand. Whoa, how are you doing today? Welcome to this live session, and here I'll be talking to you about the 3 types of full scholarship abroad. 3 types of full scholarships abroad. You know what inspired this topic for this session was that I had a question from one of my followers on social media who said, Dr. Linda, when you say full scholarship, what does that really mean? And then I was like, it's true. You know, sometimes you're just using some terms, right? But you may not even realize that somebody may understand that term, but other people may not understand it. So that's why I decided to make this video to explain the different types of scholarship, the different types of full scholarship that exist. Now, maybe the question you ask yourself is that, okay, when we say full scholarship, like, is it that every time we talk about full scholarship, we're talking about the same thing? No. People use full scholarship differently. So I'm going to tell you, this is the first one. The first type of full scholarship is a scholarship that covers your school fees, but it does not cover your living expenses. Let's use a good example. Let's say you apply to University of Waterloo, my alma mater. Let's say you apply to University of Waterloo in Canada. Then University of Waterloo school fees for that particular program is, say, $20,000. And then University of Waterloo goes ahead to say, you know what, we give you $20,000 scholarship to cover your school fees. You see, that money they are giving to you will just cover the school fees you are supposed to pay 100%. But you will still have to be the one to rent your house, to buy your food by yourself, use your own money to do all those things, right? So this is a type of full scholarship. So somebody can say, oh, I got full scholarship from University of Waterloo, and what they are actually referring to is that they got money from the school that will cover their entire tuition. That's what it's called, their entire tuition. Keep in mind, for this type of scholarship, it simply means you are no longer paying to the school. It's like you are studying for free. And then the school will be, you will be the one to pay for your accommodation and living expenses and food and all that, right? That is the first type of full scholarship. Now, and that's something to celebrate, right? Because a lot of big schools, their school fees are so high because the schools are beautiful, right? Like, for example, for my master's, my school fees was around $21,000 something or so. Yeah, around $21,000, right? So imagine that I had to pay from my pocket, and I had to pay $21,000 as of then. Not now, as of then. It would have been a problem. It would have been a big challenge for me when I wanted to travel abroad. So just know that it is a type of full scholarship. Now, there is another type of full scholarship, the second one. There's a type of full scholarship where the school will give you money. Not just money to, okay, sorry, let me put it this way. The school will give you money, and the money the school is giving to you will be enough for you to pay your school fees. Watch the difference. Will be enough for you to pay your school fees. Will be enough for you to pay your house rent. Will be enough for you to eat eat every day while you are schooling. Okay? This is like the ultimate type of full scholarship, where the school is not just paying your school tuition, but they are also giving you money that you can use to pay for your living expenses and to pay for your living expenses and to pay for your, food, rent, all those things, clothing. So what will happen in that situation is, like, if your tuition, that's your exact school fees, is say $21,000 like mine, right? They will not say, okay, how much do you really need to stay in Canada? Let's just say, for example, in total, they may just give you like $31,000 scholarship. So your school fees is $21,000. So what that means is that out of this $31,000, right? Out of this $31,000, you will remove $21,000 for your school fees and you have $10,000 left. And what the school usually do is that they will pay you that $10,000. They will spread it in such a way that they will pay you either every semester or every month. Now, let me explain to you. That was the type of scholarship I got from University of Waterloo. The type of scholarship where they pay you your school fees, where you get enough money to pay your school fees and to pay for your living expenses. Right? Amazing. So, for example, during my master's at University of Waterloo and even extend into my PhD as well. During my master's at University of Waterloo paid me every month for the 2 years that I did my master's. Every month. Meaning, that money that they were going to give me, right? Then they split it. They split it. So that every month I get paid. When I say this, some people don't believe it. Do you know? Do you really know? Do you believe it? I'm a living witness. Do you know that you can get scholarship abroad where the school do not only just cover your school fees, but they will pay you monthly or every semester for you to pay you money so that you can use that money they're paying you to pay for your rent and to pay for your living expenses? Can you believe it? When I talk to some people, even people in Canada, they don't even believe that this kind of thing is available. This kind of thing happens. Well, you're looking at a living witness. This happened for my master's. I also got this same type of full scholarship for my PhD. And it's not just only me. In case you were thinking I'm the only one. No. I have so many clients. Even one is watching me right now. The one from Cameroon. I won't call her name. One of my clients is watching me right now. She's from Cameroon. She knows herself. I don't want to mention her name. She got that kind of scholarship too. Like, you won't even believe that her scholarship is not from University of Waterloo. It's from another university in Canada, right? Her scholarship covers her school fees, covers her living expenses as a person, and she's married. And the scholarship is enough to cover her family's living expenses. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Hello, my Cameroonian. I don't want to call her name. I didn't tell her I was going to mention her name on live video. By the way, let me tell you the truth. She have not traveled. She's traveling for September. So, we are still keeping it a secret. Don't worry. By God's grace, when she have finished, and when she have gotten her visa, and she have traveled, and she's in Canada, I'll beg her. I'll say, please, come and explain to everybody what happened. She's so blessed. If you follow my page, you will notice that there was a Cameroonian person that I posted about recently. She got 2 scholarships. Check my page, you are going to see it. She got 2 scholarships, a full scholarship in the US, a full scholarship in Canada. Where do you think she'll be going to? Where do you think she is coming to my country? She's coming to Canada. So, fingers crossed. Anyway, I just digressed. So, in summary, the second type of scholarship is a scholarship where they give you money, and from that money, it is enough to pay your school fees, but it's also enough for them to pay you monthly, so that the money they are paying you is enough for your housing and all the expenses you have to do. Now, there is a third type of scholarship. See, it is very similar to the second one, but it can be confusing. That's why I have given it its own category, okay? It's very similar to the second one, but it's confusing. So, a school can give you full scholarship, but not by mentioning the amount on your admission letter, but by waiving your school fees and then giving you your living expenses. Let me give you an example. Let's still use my master's, right? I told you that my school fees was about $21,000 for my master's, and my living expenses, let's just say, was about $10,000, right? A school can give you full scholarship simply by saying, you know what, Linda, do not pay school fees. So they give you tuition waiver. That's what it's called. Like 100% tuition waiver. Instead of giving you $21,000 plus $10,000 living expenses, okay, what they now do is that they will waive the $21,000. They will waive it. They will just give you your $10,000 living expenses. Okay, they will waive your tuition and they'll give you your living expenses. So what that means is that instead of giving you $31,000, for example, they will end up giving you $10,000, but it is still full scholarship. One moment, please. One moment. Good, thank you. So they will still give you, so they've given you a small amount of money. They've given you a small amount of money, but yet they have given you full scholarship, because instead of giving you your school fees, they waived it for you. So why I'm taking my time to explain that, is because sorry my dear, I have a lot of distractions on the way. Instead of taking my what I'm taking my time to explain it is because when somebody like that sees like $10,000 as scholarship, even though their school fees is waived, they may feel like they got small money. They may feel like they got small amount of money, right? But it's not true. It is still full scholarship because your school fees, your tuition was waived. You see? So, in summary, I've talked about 3 types of full scholarship. The first one being a scholarship where they just waive your tuition or give you enough money to cover your school fees, right? That's the first one. And you have to figure out how to pay your living expenses. The second one is where they give you money to pay your school fees and for your living expenses, which is the type I got from University of Waterloo. The third one is a situation where they waive your school fees for you, meaning you are not paying, they are not giving you the money and you are not paying for it, and they will still not give you your living expenses in your hand. The amount may look smaller, but it is still full scholarship because it will cover you for everything. Now, I just want you to know that at Vantage Migration, thank you so much everyone, people are sending stars. At Vantage Migration, we train you how to get scholarship, how to get loan, study loan, how to, how to get admission. Now, in terms of scholarship, we teach you how to get, because it's not only, I've talked about full scholarships, right? But it's not, I can't stay here and tell you that all our students get full scholarship. No. Some of them get partial scholarship. Some of them get what we call invincible scholarship. They are all, these things are different types of partial scholarship. Let me put it that way. Some of them get partial scholarship. Some of them get invincible scholarship, which practically means that they are getting a program that is way cheap, as though you got a partial scholarship. Some of them get, even the partial scholarship is different amount for different persons. Somebody can get $5,000 partial scholarship. Another person got $15,000 partial scholarship. Another person got $20,000 partial scholarship. So partial scholarship differ in terms of amount. You understand? And you should keep that in mind. Partial scholarship differ in terms of amount. So we have, the good thing is that if you are traveling abroad and let's say you did not get, you get an invincible scholarship, because that's like the least you can get, right? Meaning a cheaper program compared to what your mates are getting. So you still have, or you get, let's say, a partial scholarship where, oh, they gave you $5,000, they gave you $10,000, they gave you $15,000. You can still take study loan depending on the country you are going to. And the study loan strategy is one of the things you learn at Vantage Migration. The study loan strategy. How to organize your study loan. Some people think that, Dr. Linda, I want loan. Dr. Linda, I want loan. So what they do is that by the time they've gotten admission, they just come to me. Oh, I want, like, that's not how loan work. You have to think. You have to think. Even though you are going to be getting the loan after you have already gotten your admission, but you have to think of the loan before you even start your admission process, which is why I always advise people, get trained. Even if you are looking to use loan, get trained. It's not when you now reach halfway and you are hooked. You start looking for who is going to come in to, to assist you, and by that time it may be too late for you to start with Vantage Migration, except you are starting afresh. So I advise you to get trained. And Advantage Migration will train you on how to get admission, how to get scholarship, different types of scholarship. It could be partial, it could be full, all of, depending on your category, depending on, depending on different things. Even when, if this scholarship is not enough, you can supplement it with study loan. Let me say, if this is your last option, I really advise people to take study loan if that becomes their last option. Some people, they are so afraid, they don't know what's going to happen. And I'm like, no, you are thinking about it as if you want to go and take that loan and then come back to your country and start working a small job to pay back the heavy loan. Most people who take loan, they stay back to gain work experience after their study. In the process, they work the money and pay back the loan. Right? So, pay back loan, just like if you collect loan from somebody in your, from somebody in your community or your friend. So, pay back the loan is going to pinch you, right? Because you would rather keep that money to yourself and use it to pamper yourself, right? But you still have to pay it back. That's how it is. But it's not something that will like sink you. No, it's not something that will sink you. So if loan becomes an option, your last option, if you have to choose between taking a loan and not traveling for your study abroad dream, then take the loan. Okay? So that's what I'm going to say. Anyways, I hope you understood the explanation I gave for the 3 types of full scholarship, and I'm hoping and wishing you the best. There are so many people that have gotten full scholarship. Like, when I mean full scholarship, like the one where they pay for your admission, pay for your tuition, pay for your living expenses. That's the kind of scholarship I got. There are so many people, they get it all the time too. So I hope that you get it. But the worst case scenario is that you get a partial scholarship. Another worst case scenario is that you get a study loan. Any of these things are legit ways for you to fund your study abroad dream. Well, I hope that if you watch this today, next time somebody say, I have a full scholarship, maybe you will be able to clarify from them, like, what do you mean? Is the school just paying your tuition, or are they paying your tuition and living expenses? Right? Okay. Take good care of yourself till I see you again. Somebody was asking me that, okay, where exactly do you go to if you want to start your study abroad dream? I'm going to show you. Where exactly do you go to if you want to start your study abroad dream? One moment. So you just have to go to www.vantagemigration.ca. www.vantagemigration.ca. So we have a free webinar here that we explain to you extra processes as in regards to study abroad, right? So that you will know exactly how to get started. Take advantage of it. And you can always chat us up on Instagram at Dr. Linda. I'm going to show you. You can chat us up on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme. This is a verified page, okay? So if you finish the webinar and you have a question, chat us inbox on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme, so that we are able to answer your question inbox fast. I saw somebody saying, do you have WhatsApp number? Please chat me up on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme. Somebody say, how do I know your Facebook page? Please chat us up on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme. Somebody even said, oh, I don't have Instagram account. What do I do? Create one. It is free to create one. Isn't it? It is free to create one Instagram account, isn't it? It's free. So you don't even have to start worrying yourself that I don't have Instagram account, so what am I going to do? I don't have Instagram account. If you don't have Instagram account, create one. It's that easy. It's that easy. So chat us up on Instagram at Dr. Linda Iheme. Is a verified page, and we'll be able to answer your questions. And I'm directing you to the verified page so that you won't misplace along the way. Okay? So take good care of yourself till I see you again. Bye.